causing him to lash out. It also seems that since he's got with Kim Kardashian, his Illuminati hold is breaking. So let's rewind and get deeper. Okay, we all know the Kardashians, but does anyone know their power and their purpose to the elite? Why every man who's darkened their doorstep suddenly breaks and fall apart? Are they sex slaves to the elite and to keep the Illuminati's puppets passive and in full control? But to be in control means to behave. But these men are not in control. They, in fact, are out of control, and their veil gets broken, and the truth always comes out. So, with that in mind, who are they really? Okay, study has shown that the Kardashians are descendants of Armenians who really is deep in religion and in ancient times, known to be angels of repentance and the angels of the truth. But then we see Kim, who was a victim of a rebellious and jealous ex-Ray J who released a sex tape and she turned it into a $1 billion empire. That's the story of a survivor. But with all that in mind, let's look at that with that mindset. People who hurt them suffer, and people whom they care about, they show major support. Hence Chloe, Kim, and so on and so forth. But when these men try and betray them, they suffer, and boy do they suffer severely. Like Scott, who got chastised by the media for being a drunk and a part-time father, who's rumored to have sacrificed his parents for financial gain. Or the hidden controlling ways of Bruce that Chris tried to hide aside from his hidden desire of wanting a sex change. Also with Lamar drug using and constant humiliation of himself and the family. Or with now Kanye-West, whose Illuminati control has been breaking since he got with Kim. He questions Jesus, he's ranting, and he's confused. The control is breaking. But will Kim stay with him, or will she let him go because her deed is done? Now, I know this seems far-fetched, and a lot of you probably don't believe anything that I say, but we need to pay attention to what he is saying. I know you remember the Helen interview that he had, and I'm not going to torture you with that, or myself for that matter, so let's move on to the next subject. So in that video, it seems that he wants to change the world, but thanks to the media making him seem like a psychopath, and not to mention Wendy Williams' constant insults toward him, have many more people not to listen. For example, his latest rantings. Take a look at this clip.
And let me tell y'all something, there will never be a Washington 2. You know why? Because that's the reason why I wasn't on the song. I wasn't on this song because of hoes. Because it's this title Apple bullshit. And this shit be getting me tight every time I perform this motherfucker. So y'all didn't get what y'all was supposed to get with me and Drake on this song because it's some title Apple bullshit. Call me after the robbery, you say how you feeling. You want to know how I'm feeling? Come by the house. Bring the kids by the house. Like me brothers. Let's sit down. Our kids ain't never even played together. Run that shit.
This latest ranting was a reflect of the reality check he got from Jay-Z shortly after the unfortunate event that occurred with his wife Kim Kardashian in Paris. So while he's in concert, he expresses his anger and hurt toward the lack of concern he got for his wife Kim from Jay-Z. Not to mention them standing them up at their wedding, which is completely unfair considering the major support he does for them. For example, him showing extreme happiness when Beyonce announced on television of them expecting their first child together. Or when he only publicized his fashion show and album only on Tidal, and so on and so forth. He sees the truth now, thank God. But what we already knew was Jay-Z never liked Kanye. He was only using Kanye for his talents and for a hit record and whatever else he can get from him. So could this may be the downfall of Kanye and or death? Or could this be him trying to challenge him? This will be the second time that someone accused Jay-Z of killing them and then walking off stage, hence R. Kelly. So let's hope what happened to R. Kelly doesn't happen to Kanye, or would it? However, this may open up a fleet of open doors of conspiracy theories. To also consider that Jay-Z may be behind a lot of deaths and just got away with them all. But what we need to understand is what Kanye was saying. He said that Jay-Z, of course, was very cold and only cared about his paper. Speaking up against the unfairness of Beyonce of not receiving the Video of the Year award and claiming she would not perform if Kanye wins instead of her. Oh, not to mention shortly after Kanye being hospitalized, she released the promotion line of her workout gear to overcloud Kanye's gear in line. So with that being said, Kanye speaking against Beyonce may be the final nail in his coffin. Because Beyonce Beehive fans are some brainwashed people who some have actually killed themselves and attacking any and everyone who goes against her. Oh, and guess what? Beyonce doesn't even care that girls are killing themselves in sacrifice to her. She makes no comment, nothing. It's kind of weird that shortly before the unfortunate death of Joan Rivers, where she said that someone got their finger bit at Beyonce concert, then after that she shortly dies on Beyonce's birthday. That's one hell of a coincidence. Then we heard rumors of Jay-Z mistresses, or mistress in this case, who dies or just quieted. So let's ask ourselves, what is really going on, and who and what is Beyonce and Jay-Z? And why does so many people change or die whenever they come in their path? Is this latest episode of Kanye's, is it going to break the vision of America's favorite couple? Because Kanye may be a rambler, but he's smart, and if he goes down, he would take a whole lot of people with him. Cause you heard in the video of him saying that he was going to vote for Trump. But was he serious or just baiting? If he gets Trump on his side, he will have the power to annihilate Beyonce and Jay-Z because Trump have connections. After all, he was responsible for Bill Cosby's downfall, and Kanye-West knows this. However, he had these two people in his video, remember? So, is he challenging Jay-Z? Because he could be the first person to win against the champion Jay-Z, who thought by supporting Hillary will seal the win of her presidency. The election results showed that these two people, have no power when it comes to politics. You see, Kanye West have rubbed elbows with some pretty powerful people, and Jay-Z hasn't. The two heavyweights are about to battle, and I will be here to break down everything. But I want you to watch this clip because it seems that Wendy Williams said she was at a gala and a lot of high government officials got alerts about Kanye on their phone.
Everyone else but me found out. It was approximately 8:30 at night on the East Coast time because I was in D.C. I hosted last night after we left the show. I was in D.C. I hosted the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. They had their big 28th anniversary gala, and it was fabulous. It was fabulous and wonderful, and everyone was black tie, and Washington's elite was out. You know, the congressmen, the senators, you know, the best, you know, fundraisers and things. And we raised, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars for these kids to continue with their education. So I'm there to host the evening. So, you know, I'm a bit of a comic relief. I'm in the room with these people, and not these people. Hi, you all. You know what I mean. You know how we started off the night. I was like, look, I'm the Hot Topics lady. I can only be who I am. But I was invited here to host. I see you all with your black and white. I see senators, congressmen, the vice president of Twitter was like all these people. But I'm like, look, I can only be Wendy from Jersey. So now. So I'm rolling with my crew, but mainly my manager, who's also my husband, my biggest critic or my biggest cynic, you know, but you know, you take it as good as you give it. He's over there rolling at me on the stage. So I'm like, oh, good. I'm doing a good job. You know, my job was just to facilitate uh, people coming on stage extolling the virtues of Thurgood Marshall College Fund. So in between, I got my 1-2 step, a couple of how you doing, a few nice words, because I love education. But he's over there rolling. I'm like, great. All of a sudden, I think I'm still being funny, but everybody's head is down. And I'm like, well, now hold on now. Now hold on now. I didn't fly all the way from New York to be outdone by what is going on. So I continued with my thing, and then I introduced the next person. I went off to the side of the stage, and I scurry around. I'm like, what is going on? And that's when I found out people were getting the alert, which is so funny because Washington's elite as you all play like you all want to be. You all wanted to know the real news.
Now, you have to admit that it's kind of weird that high government officials will be even interested in Kanye-West rants. But what I think they were interested in is the fact of him mentioning Trump, for one, and two, what he knows and what he can reveal, and he wanted to quiet him quick. So it's not a coincidence that shortly after that he was admitted to a medical facility and handcuffed to the gurney and treated like a mental patient. What we're about to see now is Kanye West's life unfold. They are tired of his rantings. They're tired of him threatening to do this and that and what. So I think they're going to quiet him for good. So we may end up seeing some story about him killing himself or overdosing on something along those lines. So just know that you heard here first that it was not what they say. They just quiet him for good.